Hello and welcome to Beginning Guitar Chapter 1. And today we're going to begin to learn to move both of our hands at the same time and get a little bit of an introduction to some of the nomenclature and vocabulary we're going to use in our journey of learning beginning guitar. Now, the first thing I want to talk about are the frets. These are these spaces between first, second, third, and my strings. The low bass is an E, the next string is an A, the next string is a D, the next string is a G, the next string is a B, and then the last high string is another E. I also want to indicate that this is my index finger or my first, my second, my third, and my fourth. All right, the first thing we're going to do to get accustomed to working our hands together, which is the most crucial part of playing guitar, is starting with my third finger on my low string third fret. I'm going to put my finger down. And by putting it down, that's called fretting, I'm going to have a different note. Now, I want you to observe that my fingers are not going to be way back here, right on top of the fret. That will not give us the desired tone. Where I'm going to put my finger is slightly behind the fret in front of there. Now, I'm taking my right hand, which we'll see momentarily when I put us back on both hands. I'm just taking my thumb and drawing it from the low string all the way across the high string. I'm going to do 4 of those, and I'm dropping one string with the same finger down to the A string while I keep my right hand going. That's imperative. I'm going to drop another string while I'm keeping my right hand going. I'm going to drop one more string with the third finger, keeping that right hand going all the way across all of the strings. I'm going to go back up one string at a time, keeping my right hand going. Again, I can't stress how important it is to keep these hands going at the same time. I want you to do this for a little while until you feel comfortable moving back and forth. Sometimes I want you to move all the way to the high string, keeping the right hand going. Maybe to a middle string, keeping the right hand going. One lower, keeping the right hand going. To the last one. Okay, now that you've spent a little time moving one finger and keeping our right hand going, we're going to begin now with this exercise. Again, putting my third finger on the low string, but this time I'm introducing my second finger on the second fret on the A string. Notice again that my position for my tone of my left hand is close to that fret. Now, once I get comfortable with that fingering, while again I keep that right hand going, I'm going to drop one string each. Same exact configuration, bringing my left hand down one string at a time, while my right hand continues to strum across all of the strings. I want to do this for a while until I become quite comfortable with it, and you'll find it won't take all that long. I want to move back up. I want to move one string at a time, or I may want to go all to the bottom, keeping the right hand going. Sometimes go all the way to the top, keeping the right hand going. As I move down, I generally am aiming with my second finger on the way down, but with my third finger on the way up. All right, now let's take a look at what this looks like with both hands. Notice I'm simply taking my thumb, drawing it all the way down, while my left hand is in that third finger on the low string, my second finger on the A string, second fret. I'm going to drop one string. We're not concerned with the sound of the guitar other than the fretted strings can be heard. We'll drop one more string, keeping that right hand going. Again, this is the most important aspect of learning this lesson. As we learn to keep our hands going independent and at the same time, as I'm doing here, we're for all practical purposes using the two technical skills we need to play guitar, my right and left hand going. Now as I move to the top, I'm going to aim with my third finger all the way to the top, moving them together. I want you to practice this. I want you to practice it for some time, moving to different two strings while we keep the right hand going. Any two that you choose. Keeping the right hand, aiming with the third as I move up, with my second as I move down, and keeping that thumb going at all times on the right hand.